Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today I'm going to draw Homer Simpson. I'm going to draw the Donut Break Homer. So it's Homer Simpson looking at a big box of donuts. It's featured in one of the Fortnite loading screens from the latest season featuring the Simpsons. So what I'm going to do is going to go in there, draw that top of his head first of all. I'm going to draw Homer's nose first of all, going over to the right hand side, sort of facing out this way. So I'm going to get my pen, just get in there and slightly straight line, then curve it around here. A little bit of a curve underneath to about there. Okay. Next up, let's get those eyes in. So he's looking downwards at the donut box. Homer's eyelids are just going over the eyes a bit as well. So what I'm going to do is just go up to here. I'm going to draw an arc going around, which is the left-hand eye. And I'm going to, after that, go and draw the eyelid, okay? So go on for about here. I'm going to just start about this point here. Curve my pen around. Nice arc. Nice and steady. Up to about here. There we go. Then I'm going to draw a nice curve across. Right over like that. Then over this side, I'm going to come really over and draw that arc of the eye here. So a little curve going around this way. Then I'm going to bulge the eye out, go down to the nose. So curve your pen out and inwards there. Then I'm going to draw sort of the top lids of the eye. So I've got a curve up there. I've got a curve going down to that eye. So down this way here, down to that center point there. And then there's a final one sort of coming around here, just popping over, just lipping over that area there. What I will do then is just pop his pupils in. So I've got one pupil there, nice round circle, and one around here. So let's circle them up. Okay, next up, what I can do is continue with the top of his head. So I've got an eyebrow just popping around, just curving up around this way here. And then I've got sort of that famous Homer head. I'm going to curve my pen up here all the way around and down to about there. So I'm going to come up from the edge point there, come up this way here, come around here. I'm just going to move my hand and continue, that's it, down here. Curve it around and then it goes to a bit of a straight as we head down to that ear, like that. Okay, now we're down there. Let's just pop a nice curve of an E. It's like a letter C almost, starting about here. Curve your pen around in like that. Now, there's a little curve in the ear like that, and then another one coming out from the middle of it around the other way, like a Simpsons ear. Then what I'll do, I'm just going to come downwards here, draw his neck in, and that sort of continues the line here, curves down to his collar area about there. Then what I'm going to do is look at his mouth. So he's got that famous Homer Simpson front of his mouth, and I'm going to come from that nose bit, I'm going to come out here, that's it, down to about there. Then what I'm going to do is curve the lip out a bit and do a little bit of a sort of smile, but it turns into a bit of a open, kind of gormless sort of mouth, right? So first of all, just go there, draw a nice curve out. Right, now we're continuing this curve to about here. Just position my hand again and come upwards here. Gonna curve it around back there, return on yourself to about there. And then I'm gonna just draw in a little line, just join it up around there, curve it in and around there. Then I'm just going to draw this outer part here. It's like almost like it's sort of pipes where the mouth comes around. So I'm just going to come outwards there. Then I'm going to draw that kind of bottom lip area. And then what we're going to do is curve all around here and join up. So draw that inside of his mouth. So it's got that Homer kind of Simpson mouth area. Now that comes out from here. Gonna come outwards all the way along here. Around the bottom there. Start curving it in. And there we go. Got that famous Homer kind of mouth. It's starting to look like him now. Just gonna put a little sort of 2 curves for his tongue in there. About here I'm gonna go loop around and loop around there. And the rest of that area we can just ink it. So block it in with your pen. Okay, the head's starting to come together. We have 2 more aspects, the side hair and the top hair. So this side hair piece is like a letter M almost. Kind of goes up here, down to that ear piece there, back up and down. Let's draw that in. So start here, we'll go up, and then we'll come down to that midpoint by the ear. Then we'll come out again, and down like that. Okay, next up, got his 2 little looping pieces of hair. I've got a bit of hair on the top, comes up, probably one from about here, loop it around, down there, and then the next one start in the middle of this piece here, come outwards, loop it around, down to there. Cool. Okay, right. That's starting to look much more like Homer Simpson now. I'm going to pop his collar in next, right? So the collar is going to come outwards from the back of this neck here. I'm going to just come up a little bit from where I've drawn already, come down here, and I'm going to loop a nice little line in around there, come back down here, draw another little loop, join it in, so it's got this like chunky collar. In the middle here, got a little V section. So going from the top here, down there, and up to here. So take your pen, put a line there, then we're gonna come back out here to the edge of his collar there. I'm gonna go back, so I'm gonna draw the sort of the collar going back towards his neck, just a little line there. Then we've got a little cut in there. And then finally we just need to draw his neck, which comes in a little bit there. Draw that neck and just bring it up to there. Cool. Right. Now the box of donuts is here, so what I'm gonna do is just draw the start of his top coming down here, just a little line, slight curve to there. And that means I can draw just the rest of this collar, a line down here, and in like that. Now his shoulder comes around from here. All I need to do, as the box is in the way of a lot of him, just curve it around down to there. And then I can continue the rest of Homer's shirt. So there's a little bit of a line there, and then we go straight into his shoulder portion. That's like a nice arc that links up here. So if I start, well, let's start at this top bit here. I'm gonna come down this way here, curve my pen down to about there. And on the right, continue the line, come across this way, down to there, join it up, slight curve, like that. Right, next up, I'm gonna pop his arm in. So his arm comes down here, elbow's there, and the rest of his forearm goes this way because he's holding the box. So I'm gonna draw the inner bicep line here, just that top bit of the arm there. The outer part of the arm will curve around this way, so come in a little bit here to about there. Curve your pen, curve, 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 get to the elbow, continue a line, and then we'll taper in a bit to his wrist there. Now here I'm going to draw the top of the forearm. We're going to start just a bit over from this line, curve out and taper in there. And then what I can do is just draw his thumb. So the thumb's coming up, kind of holding his box here. Scoot it up, nice little oblong down there. And then I'm going to draw a little curve from that wrist element at the bottom there, up. Another little curve where his finger is there. And then I'm going to draw a line where his forefinger is sort of just holding the box area. A little line here. And what I will do is just draw in that box line. So the box line really goes sort of down this way, like that. Cool. Okay. I think I might just draw the rest of that line. It kind of comes beyond that thumb there and then comes up to about here. There's a little line where the box breaks here, so I'm going to just pop a little straight line here. And then what I'm going to do is draw another diagonal for the top of the box coming around there. Now as I come around this way, he's got his hand holding the rest of the box here, so I'm going to draw a line coming along here. And underneath here, all I need to do is go back a little bit to this point, draw a nice curve. Come around this way here, and this is going to form his first finger, which then loops around back in there. His middle finger just loops around to about here. And then his little finger, we'll start about there, we'll just loop it around and we'll join it back up to the edge of the box there. Now I've done that, I can continue the line. So the line goes this way, behind his fingers, and then we see just a little bit of it sort of here. Then that box, as it comes up, there's a line that comes up this way here. There we go. We then draw a line to join this up. So I've got a nice line coming along this way, leave a bit of a gap, and we'll just continue that line to the edge of the box there. And then we've got at the top of the box, I'm going to draw a diagonal line here and here where the flap of the box comes up. One there, one there. Then we're going to draw a line going across. Can break it in the middle a little bit. Continue, so we've got that nice broken line there. And then it just has a little edge flap. So a line up here, a line there. We'll just join it up. Right, I'll come back to those donuts last of all. I'm going to draw the rest of his torso. So his torso comes out sort of this way. The shirt comes out either side, one from the arm here. So a little line there. And then probably just go beyond the hand about here. Nice curve there. And then I'm going to join it up with a little curve. So I start there. Just curve it around. Join it up there. Cool. Just draw his trousers in. So we've got one, sort of like his butt cheek there. And the front body there. So we've got that rounded look. Then he's got a leg coming down this way. Gonna go just draw a little line to there, and from here draw a nice little line, nice curve coming down this way to about there. Let's then draw a little curve, join it up. There's a little sort of cuff on the trouser, so just pipe that, and then I'll just draw his other leg in. So the other leg sort of comes down this way. Let's start with the inner part, so that will come down. Just curve it down to about there. And over this way, probably from about this point. And right down, curve, 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 curve to about here. And then I'll just join that up like that. And put another little line in. Like that. Finally, he's got his shoes on, so I'm gonna go down from this point, just come in from the trousers a bit. Draw a little heel. Come along there, chips up, and then back down. And then we're going to do the front of his foot. So we're going to come around this way here, and we'll just chop it up to the edge there. And on this side, we've got a heel, coming down this way here, comes across, chips up, down again, and then we're going to draw to about this point. We'll just come around like that, and we'll just join that up to the trouser area there. And finally, he's got a bunch of donuts that he's looking at in here. So what I'll start to do is just going to draw some little circular points. So I'm going to go from the back, I'm going to go one little circular donut there. I've got another there, and then coming in front of that, a little curve. So coming up around there, another little one there, and then another curve going to the back of the box there. And then finally we've got the front row of donuts. So I've got one coming up here, around like that, one coming up to the shirt, down like that, and then another final one coming up to the shirt and down there. Then we'll just mark those edges just here. And then finally, last little things we've got to do is put the hole in the donuts where we can see it. So a little curve on these ones here, just draw the little circular donut hole. One here too, maybe just a hint of it there. I think you'll see it here. And then very lastly, I'm going to draw a little wibbly wobbly bit of icing all over those donuts. Just wiggle the pen around the donut hole. That's it, make it look enticing. There's maybe bits of sprinkles on them. Just pop your little pen, draw a couple of little lines on it. And then I can go and colour those up. Those are kind of like pink donuts that Homer's having a look at. And there we go, that's it. That is Donut Break Homer. Hope you like the picture. It's from the loading screen, the Donut Break loading screen from the Simpsons and Fortnite season. Let me know what you think of the drawing. Let me know who else I can draw. It's really fun drawing the Simpsons characters, and I'll see you again soon. All right, bye for now.